Hey everybody, Matt here from Wheels Through Time. We're in the Wheels and Cycle Mo's race pits right now. It's race day, Saturday, down here at New Smyrna Speedway. Got a good night's sleep, ran real good yesterday in practice. Today we're racing right here at the New Smyrna Speedway, half-mile banked paved oval. So this track is absolutely incredible. Running speeds 80, 85, almost 90 miles an hour regularly. And yeah, it's just been a great weekend so far. We've been looking forward to this day for some time now. So right now we're teching motorcycles out. For those of you guys that are seeing this for the first time, Sons of Speed Races, vintage motorcycle racing. We're racing board track racers and Harley Davidson 45s, WRs, WLDRs. First class we're racing my Maggie Marvel. We've actually got 1924 Harley Davidson race bike right over this way, and no brakes, no clutch, 90-mile-an-hour motorcycle right here on the track. So we got our good guy Billy Applegate racing the bike. I've tuned it as best I could. We did some changes over the winter, geared it a little taller, changed our cam. Results are good. So we ran yesterday, ran really well, came off the track, no problems at all, which is great. Carburetor was tuned in. I actually got to make a couple laps, which was a ton of fun. It's been a couple of years since I actually got out on this track, and it's just like riding a bike. So we flipped the tires around. You guys can see, we talked about it in our last video just a little bit. You're only going left, you know, so Avon Speedmaster Race Compound tire, it's a real soft tire, so we've worn out one side of it just in a day's racing. So flip the tires around. I actually had to take the rear wheel off, pull the chain, unmount the tire, remount it backwards, or it's not directional, but remount it on the other side, so we got fresh brand new rubber. So we're looking really good. We're hoping for good results. Other teams are racing really well. Their bikes are running good, so it ought to be a ton of fun. Mike is over here. Mike from Cycle Mo's in Tennessee is over here tuning and nut and bolting the, what year's the Camel, Mike? 44, and then the Knuckle Buster 2 over here. Both these bikes ran excellent yesterday. Thing is, when you're out there running 85, 90 mile an hour on these motorcycles, stuff shakes loose, stuff rattles loose, so we're right in the middle of nut and bolting to make sure everything's tight, making sure everything's dialed. And then Nick is over here with the big cubic inch. They brought this bike just for the outlaw races. There's a class or an exhibition race right there at the end of the day where it's like brung what you brung. So this thing's like 90 something cubic inches. It's an absolute monster. About the most powerful flathead I've ever heard in my life. And they're out there running this thing. Hopefully they'll get good results with it. So we're gonna jump back in.
That's what I was looking at.
Guys, stay with us. It's gonna be a great day of racing. So I was teching the bike and looking over on the right side of the bike, I noticed our decompressor lever that Billy uses with his foot actually broke. So we're over at Steve's at Hot Shot Welding. Borrowed a generator from Curtis Venable from Werecrete Racing. Steve is hooking us up, actually re-welding that piece up. We ought to be set to go in no time. All right, welded piece is back on the bike, Billy.
Nice.
We got the decompressor fixed. I think we're ready to go, man. Just flip the tire around.
Oh, cool.
So you got fresh rubber on both sides.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of been nut and bolted. Still nice and tight. I got to check the front rocker nuts, and other than that, I think we're set. Chain tension's perfect. We're not tight on either chain. That's actually ready to go.
How much oil was in the bottom end?
It's been perfect. And the last time you went out, I put one pump in, and you putted off. You made a lap, roll off there, and it puffed smoke. Next lap, no smoke. So we're right exactly where we need to be. Now I'm going to drain that and put fresh oil in it.
Okay. Right.
Just so it's brand new oil.
Yeah.
But I think our level is going to be perfect. We'll find out for sure here in an hour.
In an hour.
But yeah, it ought to be ought to be all set, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That little bit of oil is good for 10 miles.
Yeah, it is. You know, guys, this motor here, you're talking about that much oil. 3 ounces, 2.5 ounces. A lot of guys run 4 or 6. Oil, too much oil in the crankcase is kind of like running in a swimming pool. You know, so you get a lot of flywheel motion through a puddle, and that puddle just slows it down. So we like to run as little oil as you can to preserve, you know, you want to keep the engine alive as long as we can, but you don't want too much in the crankcase. This thing runs on just over a handful of oil. So yeah, we'll check it, but it's been looking good the whole time. And listening to you run, you can hear that it doesn't have too much oil down in the bottom end. So
sounds good running. Yeah, felt good.
Felt good. The couple laps I made, it felt like it used to, man. It pulls like it used to.
It pulls good.
I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Billy's got a good lead. Here he comes. That's good. Took the first one. It looked like Jake made up some huge ground on him. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Those guys were flying. Somebody got into a wobble there. I don't know if they touched tires. Fun stuff. Yeah, right. I felt it. You felt it? Yeah. Yeah. What did he hit? You hit the back of the, hit your back tire? Dude, he freaking speed walked. Oh.
He was ready to turn and I wasn't.
Yeah. And he was on the outside.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Actually got his medal on the, well
now rubbing, you ain't racing.
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. Well, now we know the axle nut won't come off. Right now the chain's a little tight. Or the chain's got some tight spots in it, so what I'm going to do is put a different chain on. I just cut one. I always bring an extra roll of chain. You know, I'll show you when we get this chain off exactly what our issue is. It's kind of scary. Again, machines like this, no brakes, so you want to make darn sure that your only method of slowing down, which is your engine, is remains hooked up to the rear wheel. You know, you end up breaking a chain like this on the breaking a chain like this, and there's nothing to slow you down when you're going into the wall. So safety first, and I'll show you guys exactly what's happening. This is kind of a cheap chain. I had to run a half length, but you know, look, you can see, you know, it's got total tight spots in it right here, right here. You know, other than that, that thing is wore out, done. So we're gonna run the different chain. And we should be set. Go ahead.
2 laps. You can hear him yelling?
No, I heard you yelling at me.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Cut down, cut down!
Dude, you got low and it changed his whole line. He had to be up above you.
Yeah.
And he had to actually change, you know.
Fucked him up.
Yeah, it did. All right.
All right, man, we're here with Billy Lane. Billy, I know all you guys know who he is. Billy, how long you been building custom bikes? You've been doing this forever, man.
I'm pushing 35 years at this game, ever since I was a teenager, my entire adult life.
So Billy has inspired more people than you guys can imagine, not just on the custom bike front, but on the racing front. 2017, you decided to take it all to the track.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for over 20 years, but the timing wasn't right. You know, about 17, it just got right.
Yep.
And we came out here, we had 10 bikes the first race, had a great event, and you know, now we got over 40 entries, and you know, this is our 5th year doing this, and I mean, it's so good. And you know, what you and your dad did with the museum, I mean, it's been inspiring to us, you know, so it's amazing.
Man.
Here they come.
Dude.
Hey.
Keep up the great work, dude. We're honored to be a part of it.
Hey.
It's amazing.
You got it? I'm gonna steer it. Both of you guys help me push.
Kicking ass. He's ahead. Jake's fast and he'll cut you in the turn. He might be waiting. You don't know if the bikes are going to last. Oh yeah, he's up. But what a freaking race. Ah, man, that was amazing. Gosh, he had him. How did he make up that much ground? The guy can ride a motorcycle. That was freaking awesome.
Once a year?
Once a year. Oh, dude, well, maybe we'll come back in October.
Right.
Try to figure out how to make it a little faster. That was it. Second place, ain't bad.
Second place, baby.
That was pretty awesome. These guys were dicing the whole time. Billy had a good lead, and then that guy can ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, dude.
It's unbelievable. Wow. Well, we ain't pouring or leaking oil, so that's good.
Not too bad.
Yeah, man.
So MPH, a multi-time winner, make some noise for him.
Broke a push rod.
Push rod.
Yeah. That's the only reason he won, damn it.
You're losing power. Yeah. Oh my God.
You can see braking push rods. That's what I said right at the beginning is, you know what? If we don't win, we break, and if we don't break, we usually win. This happened, Billy said it started popping on the white flag, you know, going on like just after the white, so lap and a half, broken push rod. You know, you got to open that valve, but pretty good result. They were tight the whole time. And motor lives to play another day, though. We'll fix the push rod and we'll be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. We've got a ton more racing, and what an awesome time. Just adrenaline all day. Thanks for joining us, y'all.
I thought probably maybe if you were talking to the end of the race, Jake, that's why I'm not